Hey guys, so today we'll be picking parts for the best Intel gaming PC under 900 bucks. So without further ado, let's start this video. So for the most important part of our PC, the center of the PC or the CPU, we went with the Core i5-10400F. This Intel CPU is a 6-core processor that can boost up to 4.3 GHz. It's 10th gen, so not very updated. However, it has still a very good performance for games, and as it's a bit old already, it has a very low price. It comes only at $122. We also went with the F version of this CPU because we wanted to reduce costs as much as possible. By having an F processor, the CPU doesn't have inboard graphics. This means that if you wanted to use your CPU to post a signal, you will not be able to. However, as you have a graphics card in this build, you will not need inboard graphics. So for motherboard, we decided to go with the ASRock B560 Pro 4 motherboard. This is an Intel motherboard manufactured by ASRock that supports 10th and 11th gen processors. So if you would like in the future, you can upgrade your processor to an 11th gen. This motherboard also has 4 DIMM slots, so you can put up to 4 sticks of RAM in this build. It also has Intel Gigabit LAN. It has several M.2 slots for you to put in SSDs. It has also a slot for inboard Wi-Fi if you'd like to put Wi-Fi on your motherboard. Our motherboard also has a USB Type-C header, which is very useful as our case has one USB Type-C port. For RAM, we went with Team T-Force VULCAN Z 16GB kit. That is 2 sticks times 8 gigs. RAM, that is DDR4 3000 MHz. This is a nice kit of memory. It's not very costly. It only costs $49, which is great for our build. Therefore, we can save a bit more money towards the graphics card. It also has a cast latency of 16. It also, as it has two sticks, you also be able to take advantage of dual channel, which is good for the overall performance of your PC. It will also boost the FPS in certain games. For storage, we went with the Sabrent 1TB Rocket NVMe PCIe SSD. It's Gen 3x4, which is great because we will be able to take full potential of the high-speed SSD slots in our motherboard. So GPUs nowadays are really hard to find, and if you find them, it's normally at high prices. For this build, we chose the AMD Radeon 6600 XT as we found one at a decent price. So the GPU that we found only costs $360. It still has 8 GB of GDDR6 RAM and has 1 HDMI and 3 display ports. This graphics card is excellent for 1080p games, and it will perform at high FPSs. This GPU is also going to be able to run most AAA titles from last gen games and at more than 60 FPS. For the case, we went with the Corsair 4000D Airflow. This is an excellent case that, as the name suggests, has great airflow path. It has a mesh front. It comes with 2 included fans, and it has a tempered glass side panel. This case is also excellent for building due to its high room space, and it has dedicated cable routing grommets and cable routing raceways so that it's easier for you to manage your cables in this case. This case has also a solid front I/O. It has a USB Type-C port, a USB Type-A port, and the usual combination of audio and microphone jack ports. This case has also some dust filters so that dust doesn't build up inside your case. Last but not least, for our power supply, we went once again with the EVGA Supernova GA 750 watts power supply. This is an excellent power supply that is 80 plus gold, which means it's very efficient. It's also fully modular, which means that you don't need to use cables that you don't need on your build. It's also very cheap at $78. This is one of the best power supplies I can recommend you at this time. As it's also 750 watts, this means that in the future, if you'd like to upgrade your power supply or computer, you will be able to without the need to substitute the power supply. So the total for this bill will be $899. However, I would still recommend you to get a few additional fans for this build. R2 are simply just not enough. I also recommend that you buy the same exact fans that you have included in the PC case, as it's not very good to mix and match PC fans. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to leave a like in this video and subscribe to the channel. Please comment down below also which parts you liked in this video, which parts you thought that it didn't make sense. If you have any doubts, please don't be shy and put them in the comments, and please comment down below which GPU CPU combos you would like to see in a build, for us to have in mind what content you would like to see in this channel. Thank you very much and see you next time.